A quick content note here before we begin this episode of What Am I Rolling? This episode's one-shot, Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, has a zombie-inspired storyline with mature horror themes and dark humour. Specific content warnings for this game include severe and graphic bodily harm to a player character, sudden death and betrayal of player characters, harm to animals and young adults, gun and weapon violence, explosions, and of course, zombies. So, if you're not in the right headspace just now, please feel free to stop listening and come back if or when you're ready. Thanks again, and stay safe, my friends. Hello, and welcome to What Am I Rolling? A twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast, hosted by me, Fiona. This is part 3 of our Savage Worlds Adventure Edition one-shot, so make sure you listen to the first 2 parts before continuing on with this episode. Zach does an amazing job of guiding us through Savage Worlds, with Pip being on hand to clarify rules here and there, so I won't dwell too much on the mechanics or go into a lot of detail here as we go through a lot of the nitty-gritty rules as we play. But, in case you need a quick primer before we jump in, here are the key things to note about Savage Worlds. To make a trait roll, a player simply rolls the die assigned to that particular skill or trait which has been asked for. If the result is 4 or better, the action is called a hit. It is successful. For example, if a character's strength is a d6, they'll roll a 6-sided dice, and on a 4 or better, they succeed on their action. If the highest possible number on a die is rolled, so a 4 on a d4, a 6 on a d6, an 8 on a d8, etc., the die explodes and the player rolls it again and adds a new result to the current total. The player can keep rolling their die until it does not explode. In Savage Worlds, player characters, unique allies, villains, and monsters are collectively called wildcards. Wildcards have 2 special abilities in the game. Firstly, they can take 3 wounds before being incapacitated, and secondly, they roll a wild die, usually a d6, along with their trait die when making rolls, and take the highest of the 2 as their final result. Every 4 points over the target number is called a raise. So, an 8 would be a hit and a raise, 12 would be a hit and 2 raises, and so on. A single raise always provides an additional effect of some sort, whether it's bonus damage when attacking or a benefit determined by the GM for other rolls. A critical failure occurs when a wild card rolls double ones, snake eyes, on both of their dice during a trait roll. The attempt automatically fails and something bad happens. Critical failures cannot be re-rolled, even with the help of bennies. Players start each game session with 3 bennies, tokens that signify a bit of good luck or fate. They can be spent at any appropriate time and for a whole range of benefits, such as re-rolling a trait check that doesn't show snake eyes, recover from being shaken, soak rolls, draw a new initiative card, re-roll damage, and so on. The Game Master also gets bennies at the start of each game session, 1 for each player character, and these can be used for any of their characters, including extras. The combat action in Savage Worlds is fast and furious, so to help the Game Master keep a track of who goes in what order and add a little randomness to the game, the system uses a single deck of playing cards with both jokers left in to determine everyone's initiative order. At the start of each round, the GM will deal each wild card a single action card, plus any additional cards for edges, as well as a card for any extras or GM wildcards, grouping folks together as they see fit. Once the cards are dealt, the Game Master starts the round by counting down from Ace, which counts as high, all the way to 2, with each group resolving its actions when their card comes up. Ties are resolved by suit order: spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs. Characters with a joker act whenever they want in the round, even interrupting another person's action. They also get to add a +2 to all trait and damage rolls for that round as well. And on top of that, when a player character draws a joker during combat, all player characters receive a Benny. However, anytime the villains draw a joker, the GM puts one Benny in their general pool and gives another to each enemy wildcard. The GM must shuffle the deck back together after any round in which the joker was dealt. Finally, a couple of things to note, especially when it comes to attacks during combat. The target number to hit an opponent with a melee attack is equal to the opponent's parry score, which is 2 plus their fighting skill die type. Range attacks can still have a base target number of 4, though there may be modifiers due to distance. After a successful hit, melee or ranged, the attacker will roll damage and compare the result to the opponent's toughness score, which is 2 plus half of their vigor die type, plus any armour that they might be wearing. If the damage is less than the target's toughness, the victim is beaten up a bit, but there's no game effect. If damage is equal to or greater than their toughness, then that character is shaken, and each raise on the damage roll will also inflict a wound. Now remember, wildcards can only take 3 wounds, but extras can only take 1. Shaken characters are nicked, bruised, or otherwise rattled. At the start of their turn, shaken characters must attempt to recover from their shaken condition by making a spirit roll. If they succeed, they will be able to perform full actions on their turn. They can always spend a Benny to automatically unshake, if they have one, that is. A massive thank you to Zach from Realms of Peril and Glory for running this wonderful game of Savage Worlds. He put together this particular setting just for this series, and I am truly, truly grateful for it. It just shows how great Savage Worlds is as a system for creating your own home stories and campaigns. Realms of Peril and Glory is an actual play podcast of big laughs and big heart. They jump from one setting to another and devour as many game systems as they can get their hands on. Realms is packed with gorgeous original music and glorious sound design that sweeps up listeners into stories of their incredible cast. Check out Realms of Peril and Glory on their website, realmspod.com, or wherever you listen to podcasts. One last thing before we begin. Naturally, there are times in this one-shot where the players and myself, mostly myself, get the rules wrong or forget something plot-wise. Whilst we always endeavour to stick to the rules wherever possible, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, and what matters most is that everyone enjoys themselves. Well, with all that out of the way, let's get back to Savage Worlds Adventure Edition.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to What Am I Rolling? I am here with 5 incredible players, and we are about to play Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. But who am I, you may be asking? I am not Fiona Howat.
What?
And I will be running this game.
I know, we both look so alike. You never see us in the same room except when we're in Riverside, and then we split into 2, so yes.
It's the hair. You have similar hair lengths.
My name is Zach, and I am going to be running this game for all these fabulous folks. So why don't I just throw it over to Fiona so she can introduce her and her character.
I was like, introduce everyone. No, it's me. Hello, my name is Fiona. I use she, her pronouns, and today I am playing the Pastor Reed Thompson, he, they. A coward, by all senses, but also a man out of his depth and out of faith. And, delighted that he has survived so far, I guess, although it is pretty sad where we are just now.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Liv.
Hi. I'm Liv. I use she, her pronouns. So does Hope, my character, who is alive, just about, has been bitten. And you know why that sucks? She's been bitten on her leg and she is a free runner. However, the rules don't say that I don't get to free run still. They don't say I do. So who knows? Anyway, don't shake your head at me, Zach. I'm gonna get my leg chopped off. Woo! Thanks.
Ooh. Pip, why don't you go next for me?
Hello there, I'm Pip Gladwin. My pronouns are he, him, as are my characters. Shocked to be alive, Bud McAllister. He's very old and he'll never die. He's immortal.
We knew it.
He's made out of boiled leather and gumption, and he just blew up our home.
Good for him.
He did. Jess, why don't you go next?
Hello, hello, I am Jess Jewell. My pronouns are she, he, they. I don't mind. Literally anything. I am returning with Stacey. Based on a real-life character that actually exists and horribly butchered. Real-life character. Let's be fair, she's not actually real. It's a lie. Definitely not real. Yeah, exactly. She's like, I don't know, Queen of England or something like that. But Stacey is an older muscle mummy. She's approaching the peak, the prime, the point of no return, essentially, but is still strong, still going strong, and is now just having to come to terms with a lot of stuff, unfortunately. That's about it.
Now, Liz, could you just introduce yourself for me?
So I'm Liz Campbell. Careful-eared viewers will notice that I quite literally bit it last time.
No, you got bit by it.
So there we go. But Zach has kindly allowed me to hang around.
Well, let's go where last we left off. Last we left off, we were at Tom's Creek, a lovely settlement in this post-apocalyptic world. We're about 30 years post-Infection Day, and Tom's Creek is a part of 7 settlements that are based around the Olympic National Park in Washington State. Unfortunately for the residents of Tom's Creek, there were some interactions happening last episode that led to the downfall of the settlement. There was a massive explosion, zombies, a herd of zombies, an unexpected herd of zombies sicked on the area where they subsequently attacked as many people as they could get their hands on, including Richie, Liz's previous character, who unfortunately, in an effort to save Hope, died. Now, unfortunately, Hope had previously been bitten, but there is still time. So, I think without any further ado, we're just going to head straight back into things. Stacey, Hope, you know what needs to be done. Tell me how it happens.
I think I've been thrown in front of Stacey. I'm stumbling my way forward. As soon as I know I'm out of the blast radius, I throw myself to the ground. No, there's no way she has rope. If she can try and make a tourniquet, she will.
Sure. That makes sense. I think that's reasonable for you to do.
Cool. So she's like in the middle of like tying it up just under her knee, I suppose, and making it as tight as possible. And just like as she's saying it, she's like, all right, okay, I'm going to need you to do this as quickly as you can. I don't think we have much time. It feels really weird. So if you can just do that now, that would be really great.
I got you, kiddo.
Roll me a strength check.
Are Reed and I anywhere nearby?
Yes, Reed and Bud are in the area as well.
If they're just not to jump in on someone else's scene, but I think if I can contribute anything at all, seeing that Hope's already tourniqueted her leg up, it will be like checking that that's very tight.
Yes.
And then I think you got a knife. Have you got a weapon?
I've got a dagger.
I'll like pull that from wherever it is that you keep it, and then turn the handle towards your mouth, and just be like, "You're going to want to back down on this."
Yep. And she does.
And I'll hold Hope's shoulders.
Great. Hope. I want you to make me a spirit roll, not to scream.
Okie dokie.
And Stacy, I want you to make me a strength roll.
She got a 10.
A 10.
6 explodes. So I've got an 8.
An 8. You are successful. Both of you are. Tell me what happens.
Stacy, you can tell, has done this before. But this is different. And she has the axe and has it just as close as she can to where that bite is. She wants to give her as much of the leg as she can save. And she sort of brings it up and down and is checking her aim as carefully as like a professional golfer would like check that. She does not want to miss this and just is really struggling to come to terms with the fact she has to do this to Kiddo. And then she watches as Hope bites down particularly hard and then just does it.
And I think I bite down, I lock eyes with you for a second, and then I look right back down at the leg, not flinching away from it, just knowing it has to be done and accepting it.
The axe swings. Bone crunch. And you do not scream. Because you know what'll happen if you scream.
All right. It was really good of you. Well done, babes. Well done. Well done. It's all right. It's all right. Right. Bandages. We need bandages. Someone grab one of the med kits.
Who is going to do the healing roll? Now, there are 2 checks that can happen here. There are 2 checks. One check has to happen now, which is bandaging this up immediately. The other check can be to heal Hope's wounds. Those are 2 separate checks. Okay?
I guess getting her bandaged, I mean, are they both healing checks?
They are both healing checks.
Cool. And one per... Okay. Well, I will do one of them. I have good healing. And yeah, I don't know, does anyone else have any?
Stacey doesn't have any healing, so
No
she'll
healing here.
motion read forward. Just be like,
I also don't have any healing, but I can
pish.
spiritual healing. I can certainly help with Benny's stuff. I will if no one else can do
Yeah.
the thing, I will absolutely do it.
Can Bud do both of them or no?
I think it's just one, right?
Bud may do both. I'll allow Bud to do both.
I'd love to do... I mean, I have the best odds. It's maybe not the most interesting way to do it, but I have the best odds.
Okay, well, which one do you want to do first? Do you want to heal Hope's wounds first?
I mean, here's my question, Zach. Weren't the wounds on Hope's leg that has just been removed?
Yes.
So I would like to like staunch the bleeding, and I guess don't want to go into too much detail, but if there's enough skin left to do some sewing and
Sure.
some closing up of the wound, then I would love to do that, because obviously, anyway, sorry, someone's been on the internet looking up surgical amputation. Look, yeah, I will heal first and then bandage.
Mechanically, we will still need to handle these wounds because
Yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will go for the wounds first, and then I will prepare Hope to move, basically, because we can't stay here.
Yeah.
great.
Cool.
It'll take you 20 minutes to heal
Yes.
these wounds.
It will take 20 minutes.
I can carry her. If we can get her to a safer distance, we can't stay here. I can pick her up. Hope,
All right.
are you all right with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All
All
right.
right. Then maybe we bandage her up and we get her moving, and then I tend
And then
to
we
it
can sit
once
down
we're
and
somewhere
do that.
safer.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't
Great.
stay here. We can't. Don't. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to check for the bandaging?
We can do the check for the bandaging now.
Okay. And I feel like, we're we don't have watches necessarily, but I feel like we have enough of an understanding of we can't leave this an hour. We have to get this sorted. All right, so 6 explodes.
6 explodes. Excellent.
That's a 7. So hit
A 7.
just to get her ready to move.
Yes, you successfully bandage it up. There will be no infection here today, but you do not raise enough to increase your chances tomorrow. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You may all move. Where are you going? I will allow you to make a common knowledge check to understand a bit about where might be available to you.
I don't think Hope would have the wherewithal right now to make it, so I will opt out.
Very fair. Reed, would you
You
like
had
to...
somebody familiar with that.
Yeah, I'll make a common knowledge check as well. I think because Reed's just been standing there pretty much like a lemming, like not doing anything because again it's like oh god, oh yeah, like in that sort of sense. But in this
Great.
moment we'll just have a think. It's a 4, so I do hit.
It's a 4, it's a hit. While we're doing that, I don't think anyone else needs to do this, but I would like you to make me a fear roll.
Okay.
I think everyone else
They're spooked.
has a handle on things, and I don't think you do.
I do not. So it's a spirit check. So I've got a D8 for that, and I get a +2 because of my brave and edge. Okay, that explodes. That wild card explodes. Explodes again. Okay, that's 2 6s and a 5, so that is 17, 19.
That's the bravest man in the world.
Well, yeah.
You describe to me how not only do you what you know with that common knowledge roll is the best place for you right now are the safe houses for the runners. There are little safe houses along their routes where there are limited supplies, but still some supplies. A safe place for you to be that is sheltered. And you roughly know where you can find one, according to discussions you've had. Describe to me how you gain the confidence and direct everyone with that knowledge.
Reed would have definitely been just imagining it in Otto's office at some point, because I've been in there quite a few times to ask for things, and obviously being quietly pushed aside. I can imagine there's a big sort of map of the area and stuff, and so things. So I'm like, the runners, they have safe houses. We can go there, and it's something. I'm just trying to look around where we are, trying to make sense of where we are, and like they'll be close by. They've got quite a few of them, and they're quite well hidden as well. I think I could take us there at least.
Oh, Richie will know. Richie?
He didn't make it, Stacey.
No.
Are you joking?
No. If he's the reason Hope got out.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
But we gotta move. Read this runner station. Is it? How far? Like how long?
I mean, it'll take some time to get there, but I could.
You can get there within the hour, probably.
Yeah, within the hour.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Why would you put a station out an hour out?
Hey, Liz?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. This is why you killed me.
Why would it be so? Because there has to be one, Liz.
Oh, fuck you.
This is just like they're like it's like 45 minutes away from the camp, and it's just where they go when they just want to get away from people.
Yeah.
It's just like a little
holiday
hangout
home.
spot.
Yeah.
Like
These are places where they can, if there is like a horde passing through, surprisingly, they can duck into, right?
Yeah.
These are stationed relatively frequently. Yeah, you could probably go to Tom's Creek from there pretty quickly, but if there's an emergency, there's somewhere to go along the way.
It's not like an exclusive secret club hideout where all the other runners like we don't care about Tom's Creek settlements. Oh, Otto. Yeah.
Can I just fill everyone in just to be like, that Eunice guy? He was from the one of the other settlements. I think
You knew that he was from not one of the 7, from the Union.
from adult the Union.
Eunice was from Uniontown.
Yeah.
Oh, that sneaky son of a bitch. I'm going to fucking burn him to the ground, I swear.
Yeah, we got some. There's more, but we need to get somewhere safe.
It's getting dark.
Stacy's carrying Hope. Bud, what are you doing in this journey?
Oh man, making sure we get there quickly, quietly, safely, and we avoid any zombies or people at this point. Yeah.
I would like both Reed and Bud to make survival checks.
Oh, okay.
I just want one success between the two of you.
Nope.
Cool. I will Benny it because I also failed.
Great.
Damn. There's a lot going on.
Okay, that's a success. Just the one. No raise.
You move through quietly, quickly. You hear, as you all will see, this enormous horde of the dead is rattling around the area. You move past them without being noticed. You do hear the screams of survivors in the distance, but you know that you don't have the time and you don't have the numbers to do anything about it. And you arrive at the outpost. Lewis, I would like you to make me a notice roll, please.
Who's Lewis?
It's his secret clubhouse. We have the password again.
No girls allowed. That is a hit.
Lewis, someone is here. They're opening the door. You don't know who it is.
I think when the scene opens on Lewis, what you have is a teenage boy, 16, dressed, again, kind of functional clothes, cap. For a second, the state of him, you could mistake him for one of the dead. He's so scuffed up. But he's got his face basically buried in one of the rainwater collectors in this shelter that they set up to collect water for anyone who might pass by. And he's just been like drinking. And there's that second where he actually twigs that something's wrong, and he's going to scrabble to a corner to try and hide.
Can I get a notice roll from everyone?
Any kind of disadvantage I can do?
Do you still have wound penalties?
True.
You do.
would still have the -2s.
Nope. A 1.
6.
Hit, no raise.
So it's a hit from both Stacy and Bud, and a failure from Reed, and a 1 from Hope. Hope, you see a zombie. Bud and Stacy, you don't. You see a child.
Oh my god.
Hope is still in Stacy's arms, so she just scrambles and tries to get out and is just like, there's a zombie in here.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm going to try and persuade her to calm. 4 explodes. 7.
You are calmed.
It's all right. It's okay. It's Lewis. Is that you?
Stacy?
Oh my god, kid! Where have you been?
Oh my god! He just scrabbles like over the floor to you and kind of hugs your knees.
Yes. Like she raises him up, and so she's got like one arm with Hope in and one arm with Lewis, and it's just like bring them up.
Oh my god!
It's all right. It's okay.
I think they're coming. We have to warn everyone.
Lewis.
I think somebody's coming for the settlement.
Lewis, they came. Tom's Creek's gone. I'm sorry, kid. I'm so sorry. We tried.
No, I got here as quickly. I had to stop.
You've done enough.
Where is everyone?
This is everyone. And Stacy sort of opens the door so Lewis can see. It's like Bud. I'm going right behind, and then Reed and Eli, and is there anyone else with us at all, or is
It's just us.
I'm sorry, mate. I can't.
Did you see my mom?
I did. I think she got out, but I don't know which way she went. I couldn't get to her in time.
We should go and we should help people. We should go and we should help the people.
Lewis, it was overrun. Tom's Creek was overrun. Bud sent off the last resort.
Oh, shit.
There's nothing left.
Oh, shit.
Uniontown fucked us.
I came as fast as I can. I had to stop.
You did good, kid. You did so good. And just let me get Hope down, okay? Let me just... And she's just going to sort of come on in and lay Hope down as much as possible. She's been hurt real bad. But it's all right. We've cut it off. We've stemmed it. She's not going to turn. We just need to keep her warm. And we need to keep it sterilised, okay? And you know I'm not very good with that stuff. You know I'm better at inflicting. Can you help her in any way? Have you got anything?
He goes to like a bag that was in this shelter and just kind of scrabbles through and pulls out. I'm sure nothing of great use, to be honest. Like nothing.
That's all right. Where have you been? I thought you died.
Oh shit!
You haven't been back in 6 weeks.
I was out, and some people, they caught me. I
Caught you?
Yeah,
Oh God, Lewis, and just as she's laid Hope down, she's just gonna come like down on her knees and just wrap Lewis up in just the biggest hug she can, just holding him.
I think from like you've again, Lewis is 16. You've absolutely seen him grow, and your memory of him as being quite a cocky little teenager. Last time you saw him, he was, it's the overconfidence of that time of life. He was very keen to be treated like an adult, very keen to take on responsibility, and he got made to be a runner because there weren't a lot of people left. But for a second, I think that cocky little teenager just melts away and he's like a little boy letting himself be hugged. Oh.
It's all right.
They said they were, there was the group I was with, they wanted to come for the settlement. They're working with the union, and they were going to come and attack. And I think they're going for Seven Basins. We should go and we should warn Seven Basins so it doesn't happen to them. I came here. This was faster, and I didn't know where to go.
You did. You've done so well, mate. You've done so bloody well. Come on, we'll go. Everyone's had a bit of a day. All right, we're just going to come in. We're going to rest. We're going to figure out next steps. And if what you're saying's right, then we're going to figure out a way to stop it, okay? It's just everyone. Come in. It's Lewis. It's Lewis.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
I think Bud is not paying any attention to Lewis and is sorting Hope out. I think the second that you sort of put her down, sort of help her up onto a table and patch that leg up is the plan. And I think I'll turn to Reed, because Reed is the only other person not currently engaged, and just be like, I could use your help.
Yes, of course. Limited skills, but I just tell me what you need. I'll help.
Of course.
And I'll pull out the medikit that I was given at some point for some sort of scouting operation with the scouts, and then just like, it's not opened, so maybe, I'll help.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna make the healing roll.
Make it for me, yep.
Okay. Come on. Yeah, that's a success. It's not raised, but it is a success.
You heal a wound.
Yeah, not both of them.
Okay.
Maybe a little helps.
All of that damage came in, so that would make the wound only clearable via natural healing. So I am going to Benny that and try and do better. Come on. One of you could be a 6, and that would be cool. That's no better.
Hope, you have 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right in thinking from now on, Hope can be shaken, but then any additional wound starts counting from 2?
Yes, they would just,
Yeah.
Okay.
Other people can attempt to heal. They will be at minuses, but they can attempt.
Can I get a quick check on, we've just used 1 healing kit from the scouts. Bud, you used your healing kit that you had from your go bag.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have 3 charges each.
They have 3 charges each, so that's 1 charge from each. There's 2 charges left, and Stacy has 1 unused one from her go bag.
I have 1 as well.
You have 1 as well. I will say there's probably 1 here too in the.
I mean, I can certainly give it a go, but again, I don't have any healing skill, so it doesn't.
The only world in which you make this worse is rolling a critical failure.
Okay. Cool.
Would you allow me to support, Zach?
No,
Fair enough.
because you've already done your healing.
So what would it be? Is it what trait would I use if I don't have healing?
You roll a d4 minus 2, but you also roll your wild dice.
Okay, so
Can I support in any way?
You can do a skill roll to give support,
Okay.
but you would also have to get a success on healing, which if you have, might be great.
I mean, I don't have it. But
Would you like to try? Would anyone like to try to help?
I'm happy
I'll
to
try.
try. I don't have any
Same.
skills, but on a
I think
raw
let's
roll.
let Hope help.
Okay.
But only 1 help can be had here.
Fine.
yeah,
So that's a
all
D4
right.
and a D6.
D4
Yeah.
and a D6 minus 2.
Minus 2.
-3 because you have a wound level.
Minus 3 for you.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
Okay, well, I actually rolled an 11, so that's quite nice. So
See, that's why we play.
8. Okay, that is a hit and a raise. You get a +2 to this, which negates your minus from healing.
Okay.
for you to look at me. This is you, right? This is you help people. This is what you do. Maybe not this specifically, but I think I trust you to do this.
Okay. God be with me.
Oh no.
Got a Benny?
Not if it's
Not
snake
for a
eyes.
critical fail.
Not for
Not
this.
for the fail, for real?
I literally 1 and 1
Ooh.
on both.
That's wild. Hot damn.
That's your second one, Reed.
You make it worse.
Am I dead? Fuck.
You're not dead.
you're
You just
No, you're still fine. I just can't. Yeah, I've made it worse later on.
Reed also bites you.
Read up.
How do you make it worse and give Hope a second wound, negating Bud's health, negating Bud's healing?
I think fuck this game. My hands are shaking so much that I'm desperate, and I think whatever wrap or whatever like has been still afloat, I accidentally loosen like a thread or something, and suddenly I'm like, oh shit, and there's blood everywhere. Shit. Bud.
What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of the way. And
Sorry.
I
Push it
move
back.
Reed away.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's fine.
Mechanically, I can't heal you anymore, but can
You
I
stem the bleeding. There's no
stabilize?
risk of-
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's what I was
bleeding out.
thinking. Yeah.
But Hope is now essentially 2 hits away from death. You will be shaken, and then with a single wound, you will die. And you also have penalties from those 2 wounds, plus penalties to certain checks because you have lost your leg. In fact, what I've written down, now we can adjust this if we feel that's necessary, but what I've written down is that if your leg is amputated, your pace will drop, so you won't be able to move as fast. I believe that's already reflected in what you've put in your hindrance, and your agility dice now becomes a D4.
That's so sad.
And that will remain so until you find a suitable replacement.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That can be a crutch, that can be a cane, that can be some kind of prosthetic, which, hey, maybe one of the settlements has a prosthetic. I'm sure people lose limbs frequently enough that there will be some prosthetics.
I will take a little sort of like hip flask out and give it to Hope. Just drink a little bit of that. Don't drink too much, but it's going to help with the pain. Okay.
How much is too much?
When you start to go blind, then it's too much.
Okay, we'll see. And then I knock a solid glug back.
Yeah, I think I like approvingly watch the solid glug, and then as it continues, I'm like, all right, okay. Take it away. I would like to, using whatever I've got in here. If there's a table, that table's got legs. I'm going to use MacGyver to fashion a walking stick at this point. I don't think a prosthetic makes any sense,
Great.
but like a crutch. I would like to try and make one.
Let me just put it this way now. Bud, you got 2 choices.
All right.
Everyone needs to sleep. Otherwise, we're going to start incurring some fatigue here. You've been through a lot. You all need a rest. Bud, I'll let you stay up.
Okay.
But you will incur fatigue.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like Hope.
Okay, great.
I mean, what's the mechanical benefit for Hope in this instance? Obviously, Pip as a player is like, of course I will make a crutch for my friend.
The mechanical benefit with a walking stick will increase. It's not a great supplement,
Sure.
but it will increase a die type to, what was your agility before, Hope?
D10?
It was a D10. It'll increase the die type to a D6.
Sure.
That's nice.
Okay.
And Hope will be able to walk on her own.
Okay. All right. I was
Slowly,
going to say,
but-
yeah, all right. How long is this taking me to make?
I think it'll take you a portion of the evening. You're going to receive a level of fatigue.
All right, I'll take it. It's been a big old day and I'm an old man.
Yeah.
Just be a good roll. That's an 8, which explodes.
Great.
And then a 7, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a 14, Zach.
Oh, damn.
So that's a hit. And 2 raises?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that... What do I get for the raises?
What do you get for the raises? You get a D8.
Hot damn.
You still have slow. You still have the hindrance. But you now will be able to move a lot faster.
So I get a D8 agility, is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I'll get you up a die type. Now, as soon as that's removed, if someone were to take that from you, go right back down. But for now, you're not as helpless as you were.
Can I ask Bud to sit with me as like he's making the thing?
For sure. Yeah, oh yeah, like he's watching you because we need to monitor you.
And she'll just kind
in
of...
case.
Yeah, it's likely. I think she's kind of like staring into like the mid distance. She's got dark skin, but like she looks pale and gaunt at this point for her. And I think she's like staring into the distance, and everyone's milling around, and she's like, "Bud, thank you
That's all
for
right.
doing this." Yeah, I kind of thought I was done. So
Yeah, it's a real close one. I'm glad you're okay. Ain't a lot of folks get bit. Come back from that.
yeah, lucky me.
Yeah, right.
I had a question for you that I've been kind of holding off on asking. I don't think we've even spoken that much.
Sure. Shoot.
But, did you know, fuck, did you know a woman named Claudia before, at any point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Yeah, I knew a Claudia.
Cool.
Pretty common name.
I mean, one that you kind of were with for a time, or?
But it's just real quiet and kind of looking at Hope like he's looking at Hope for the first time. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Probably around about, like, when all of this broke out, right? Probably around about then.
Maybe a little bit before. I spent a lot of time underground.
I haven't mentioned anything because I just kind of like to observe, and I don't like to rely on people because people are fleeting.
Yeah.
But maybe if this experience has taught me something, maybe I can rely on them a little bit. Sorry, I'm still feeling really weird.
Yeah, you lost your goddamn leg, honey. That's
yeah,
fair
I lost
enough.
my goddamn leg. Yeah. I could be wrong about this, but I think you might be my dad, but I'm not sure. So it's just a thought. I mean, my mom did kind of leave me a note that said your name, but that's circumstantial. So
Right.
Thanks again for the stick.
Yeah, I ain't finished yet. I do some more work on it, make it comfortable to have up, under your arm while you're walking.
All right.
How did I'm guessing Claudia ain't around anymore.
Yeah, no, gone.
Was that in the outbreak or?
Round about just after, kind of, I believe, passed me on to someone, and then they passed me on to someone else, and then and then eventually ended up here. So
I didn't know.
it's that you don't have to know. We can just forget about it. But I just kind of thought that I'd have a bit more time, and I might not have any more time. So I thought I'd just mention it.
Sure, yeah. Hey, thanks for letting me know. We can talk some more, but
We don't have to. You probably need time to absorb and stuff, so.
yeah, you better get some rest while you can.
Yeah. Something you can do for me, though, I'll take another swig of that last you got, if that's...
Yeah, all right, okay, but
cool.
not too much. Seriously, that stuff is
Yeah.
medical. Yeah. I think he'll sit, like, not facing where Hope is lying on the table, sort of like at an outward-facing diagonal, but where she is in his sort of periphery, so that he can make sure, like, she's breathing, basically, like, while she sleeps and stuff, and he's just going to sit there and carry on sort of tinkering away and making this crutch. And I don't know. I guess that what I'll say is maybe if they hadn't had that exact conversation, maybe Bud would have got more sleep. But
Yeah.
I think one, hard to sleep after that, and two, he maybe spends a little bit too long making this thing and like
Yes.
adding it
Oh
and
my
like
God.
trying to make it really comfortable and not really understanding exactly why he's doing that. He's just kind of like, this is what you do. And I think maybe he maybe passes out for a few hours like towards the beginning of the next day or whatever, but like doesn't get much sleep.
Do any of you have anything for that night that you want to have happen? Or are you all just going down for the evening?
I was going to say before Stacy sort of tries to sleep, she'll pass out trail rations from the bag, which is just full to the brim of them. She's 7. she might not have any decent clothes, but my God, she's got trail rations for days.
These trail rations are huge. They're just
Proper protein bar.
Yeah.
They're like, the sort of the weird khaki color from like ex-military sort of green trail rations that you get. They are not appetizing, but they got calories in them.
what they call MREs.
MREs,
Yeah. And she'll
Mm-hmm.
throw 2 over to Lewis because she's noticed she knows Lewis and she knows how scrawny he's looking to her now, and it really hurts her. So
I think when he gets them, there's like a moment where you guys don't look great either. So there is like a moment of hesitation, taking more than his share, but he still eats them.
and with that, Stacey will hunker down and she'll like offer to Lewis and just be like, you want to come in?
Oh, he like he's gone like a child now. He'll just cuddle up like beside you.
Turns out Stacy is mother.
Yes.
Work. No, she falls asleep just like stroking Lewis's hair and just making sure he's calm.
I think,
Reed.
I was going to say Reed will eat the rations even though he has his own. He's in the corner. And I think, like, again, kind of realizing that everyone's, again, as always, separated off into little groups and stuff. He just sort of, a little bit under his breath, not to wake anyone, but he'll sing. And he'll just go, abide with me, as falls eventide, when darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide, when other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, Lord, abide with. Doesn't finish it.
I think you see Eli is still awake.
Oh shit.
And I think he's looking at you like he's about to throw something at you.
I stop after the first verse. And I just turn to the wall and try and sleep with the stuff that I'm sure everyone else has sort of ransacked the room and stuff, so I just huddle up into this tiniest corner and try and sleep.
Does anyone take watch or does everyone sleep?
If you'll allow the fact that I'm up doing stuff to count on a watch,
That will
I'm happy to
count,
take
yeah.
like a minus on like a notice roll, maybe if one counts, because I'm otherwise engaged doing other shit. But I feel like I'm up, right?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, make me a notice roll at a -2.
It's a 2.
But you don't hear anything through the night, and you pass out. And all of you wake in the morning to the memorable sound of the dead in their masses,
Oh, fuck.
shuffling and moaning and moving. I need a notice roll from everyone.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I now have a level of fatigue. Is that correct, Zach?
That's correct. That's a
Fatigue
-1.
functions in the same way as wounds, in the sense that it incurs a minus, but it doesn't stack. It stacks with the wound penalties, but it doesn't count as a wound. So I just now have a -1 on everything because I'm tired. Still a success with a 6.
1, a
8.
6, 8. What do
No.
we get from the rest? No, from
5,
Lewis.
so success.
5.
So
Stacy, you are surrounded.
As she wakes, just very gently realizing what's happening, she will sort of pull Lewis awake and have her finger to her lips, and will gently move throughout the cabin and wake everyone individually, and again just
I would like all of you to make a spirit roll, except Stacy,
to
to stay silent.
Is that even if we succeeded on the notice?
Yes.
Cool.
Because I think the highest noticed first. And
Got
is
it.
now waking
That checks
you.
out. Come on. 6 explodes.
Hit and a raise.
6.
yeah, success. 4.
Success from Reed. Hope.
2.
Fuck.
Lewis.
Hit and a raise.
Hit with a raise. Okay. Stacy. Agility.
agility is it's not good.
I just want to hit.
Yeah,
do it.
Oh,
You're a
wait,
wild
and a
card.
wild die, and a wild die, and a wild die. I'm going to spend a Benny.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
a very good
yeah.
idea.
Oh, yeah, bennies. I could
Yeah.
have done that.
That's okay. We're already
It's all
past
good.
it.
It's all good.
Success is narratively interesting. Failure is narratively
All
interesting.
right, both of those. One explodes. The D4 explodes.
Great.
So it's a
A
5.
five.
Yes. Those lovely little explodey D4s.
Yes, a great one.
You watch as Hope is about to make a sound that you know for certain would alert the dead to you.
Hand over the mouth. Just
Yes.
real quick, just as she comes up, just no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now, Stacey's going to turn to Lewis. All right, kid. Are there any trapdoors in this hut or anything up to the roof? Like a tunnel or a hatch?
I think what there is, and I'm happy to work with Zach or spend a Benny to influence the story if he wants that to be, is like this can't be an unthought of problem in these huts to some extent. Like it's clearly a problem. I'm not saying there's an easy solution, but I would think that there is probably two like I don't imagine this is a big space. But I imagine there might be a door on either side that can be secured. And what I would think that they would try and keep in here to assist is fireworks.
Absolutely.
Because
I
I
was
think
thinking like a flare gun or something, maybe. Yeah.
to make, and I think it is something that can be fired in a direction, cause noise and light to try and lure away dead.
Absolutely.
So, yes, would you like a Benny for that, or are you going to let me have it?
I want a Benny for that.
I want a Benny.
Zacky's hungry for Benny.
Benny, please.
Benny for Zach.
I never said I was going to make this easy.
No, that's fair.
But absolutely, you can have
But
it.
yes, Liz is correct that one can spend a penny to influence the story at the DM's discretion.
Which absolutely happy to do, but also...
But also give me that Benny. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's why we got them.
Suffering no more.
Absolutely. And along with that, there is roof access to this point. You know that the idea of a subterranean exit was discussed, but it was quickly realized that it was too easily infiltrated.
And also, where would it go? How much tunnel did
Exactly.
you make?
You don't know how big the horde is, but there is roof access.
So this roof access, would somebody be able to get to the hatch balanced on someone else's shoulders, or is it like
if they've built this for roof access for this reason, I think there's a ladder. I think that's reasonable.
Right.
I'll roll that all in with you, Benny.
Yeah. So I think Lewis, his eyes kind of light up in a sense, in that he, for a second, feels like he might be useful, and creeps as quietly as he can to the area where he knows the emergency fireworks are. And he pats his pockets and takes out a lighter, which is on my character sheet, so I can have it.
Great. I love it.
And kind of just holds them up to indicate that that's the, oh no, there's a horde survival method here.
Stacy will move around and just make sure everybody's up and has all of their equipment. We're doing this as quietly as possible, so no rushing. Yeah. This is so hard.
I mean, is anyone stealthy? Does anyone look stealthy? What about our Weasley little preacher? Okay, Hope.
Oh.
No. Respectfully.
Grim.
I have stealth. I only have it at a D4, but I have it.
Me too.
Better than a D4 -2.
I'm also at a -1 right now.
Weasley preacher.
I'm at a... well, for weirdly, your assumption was a little bit correct. I have a D6 in stealth.
So who is going on the roof?
But is that sort of in a social way that people just don't pay attention to you?
Yeah, that's what it is. A natural ability.
You walk up with a Bible and everyone pretends you don't exist.
Yeah, no, did you see me? Yeah, exactly. Oh, I should have kept that Bible.
Yeah.
I was in my brain though, fully expecting you to hit a zombie with it. That's what I wanted you to bash a zombie with a Bible.
I like the idea. There's a theme in Romero zombie films that the zombies keep a certain amount of their lived instincts, so that's why they go to the mall, for example. I like the idea that even zombies see somebody knock on their door with a Bible and they just go, ah!
They go, oh no, chugga.
Pretend we're not in.
Oh, funny.
Anyway, back to the tension.
Sorry, yeah.
No, you needed that.
So good.
Everything's fine.
Who's going on the roof?
I mean, I'm very happy to go on the roof.
I'll try and go, but I'll go last because I don't want to mess up anyone else's rolls or anything. So
I think Lewis tries to indicate in a charade stance that probably the best plan of action is to just launch it, wait till they hopefully clear out. It's probably a bad idea to launch it and then try and sprint away. This is a slow process.
Lewis's pace is quite fast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Lewis, you will be going up on the roof.
All right.
I'm so excited to meet your third character.
I will let the audience in. I did say to Zach that every time he kills me, I'll just bring back a slightly more terrible runner.
It's a little Victorian urchin who's somehow become a runner.
6-year-old.
They're just going to keep getting younger. Is that the idea?
Yeah. Oh, God, blimey, Gav.
Just a tiny.
what are you good at?
Screaming.
That was good.
Oh yeah. Lewis will do it. Lewis is happy to try and feel useful to these people.
Right. We need a stealth.
Okay. Well, I have a mighty D4 in stealth.
Can I provide the help action? Can
Yes.
I boost him up the ladder so he doesn't...
You will need to
Yeah.
roll stealth.
I will as well. Okay.
Yes.
It's a 4, but that's it. It doesn't.
Okay, that's a
Well,
plus
that's
one.
a hit. So
Plus
that's
one.
a +1.
+1.
Okay.
Not nothing.
Well, what I will do to help with Lewis, I just sort of like, okay, like a pat on the back as they go, and I will give you one of my bennies with the common bond thing. So you've got
That's nice. That's nice.
best of luck.
Thanks, Reed.
Okay. So Stacey sort of boosts you up off the ladder so it's not creaking.
Yeah.
Won't give you away that
Yeah,
way.
hold the ladder for me.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all,
Okay.
we're going to get you... What is the roll?
5.
5 is a success.
That's
great.
That's great.
If you feel like I need it more,
No, I don't. You're on a roof. I think success
like
is
poke
enough.
my little head out the hatch and just
Yeah.
like aim a firework in as far distance as like.
Absolutely. I would first like a notice check from you.
Oh, who else is on this
Someone on the
roof?
roof chilling.
Yeah.
Well, it's all of our backup characters are just waiting on the roof.
Don't get up here.
There was a doctor up there the whole time.
Real bad if it was some of y'all's backup characters.
A hit. That is just a 4, but it's a hit.
Just a 4.
Ooh.
You notice 2 things. And that's all you notice. First of all, you see that the direction that the dead is moving is away from Tom's Creek and into the direction of Seven Basins.
Okay.
You also hear the clip-clop of hooves.
A centaur.
She's delirious. She's infected. Jesus Christ.
But that's all you get. That's all you get.
Okay.
Liz is so stressed.
I'm so stressed. Well, my question is because, like, Lewis's instinct would be to head to Tom's Creek, but he's been told that it's gone. He is worried about Seven Basins, and I think, like, being even an amateur, a new runner, but he will know vaguely which direction things are in. So there's You've
got maps and stuff as well.
You know what? No, I'm just going to be smart. I'm not going to roll smarts. I'm just going to be smart. I'm just going to be
Be
smart.
smart. Be smart.
Okay.
You're allowed to be smart.
I'm 16, but I can still be smart occasionally. Okay. And I think Lewis is going to open the hatch, stick his head out, his little scruffy head out, survey while he's picking the direction. He kind of thinks of hooves. He thinks about the fact that, I mean, everything he's experienced in the last fortnight suggests to him that this is deliberate movements, and he's going to go back inside.
I think that might be smart. You duck back inside.
And I think he just holds his fingers to his lips and makes a kind of, gesture of like, we just need to wait. Be quiet and wait.
Okay.
Oh, now you see Stacey. Like, she's been calm at this point, pretty level. Now she looks a little freaked.
I want you to roll me a fear check.
Yeah. Fear, spirit roll.
Yes, please.
Oh,
No.
4.
You do manage to overcome. Are you all just going to wait?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
Okay. You are all collectively now going to make me a stealth roll.
Oh, piss.
so. Okay. Okay.
I will allow every raise you get to serve as a success for someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, gonna use a
Yeah.
penny on that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just gonna use a Benny.
I don't know. I think Jess might have a lot of races.
14.
Can I retract
So
my
that
Benny?
is-
D4 came up on the 4
That
3
is a
times.
success and 2 raises.
Okay, so I've failed. I'm willing to re-roll, but if I don't need to, then I'd love to not.
I got a
Hang
success.
on. So you got 1 success from Reed. Lewis,
I failed. I would be willing to reroll, but if we've got extra
you
raises,
failed. That's
I'll-
okay. Hope,
I also failed.
you also failed. There are 2 raises here from Stacy.
Okay, so one of us is going to need to
One of
re-roll.
you will need to
I
reroll.
already used a Benny.
You may
Yeah,
use more than one.
No,
Benny.
no. Hope has too
Yeah.
many minuses. I think we should let Stacey
Yeah.
Yes.
carry Hope on this one, and then shall I re-roll because I've got stealth? Do you want to do it, or shall I?
I got 4 bennies now because Reed just helped me.
Please do.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a success. Yeah.
Success. That is a success. You all remain silent. You hear, I'm not going to make you roll notices for this. You hear as the dead move away and past you. You do also in the distance hear the clip-clop of hooves, large animals, horses. You hear zzz, zzz, and roars from the dead. Slowly, they carry on and they move. You must be in there for what feels like hours. But eventually, all you hear are the birds that sing again. And you think you're safe. For now.
Don't know about anyone else, but did that sound like someone running cattle out there?
Electric shocks, yeah.
Are they herding them?
Now I might be well off here. I think Uniontown's making a move on 7 Basins, and I think they're hoarding the dead.
Because of my experience,
Yes.
do I have a frame of reference for the dainty clip-clop of hooves?
I think, based on your experience, what Bud and Stacy just said is precisely true.
Mm-hmm.
They've found a way to stop the dead attacking them. You don't know what that is, but yes.
It's the Reapers. They're working with the Union. Anyone who doesn't cooperate. Yeah, I think they're going to 7 Basins. I don't know what we can do. Really.
I got right before we got attacked, and Bud's gonna reach into his bag and pull the walkie-talkie out.
Mm-hmm.
Sadiq, he came up, and so Bud just goes real quiet for a second because he's like, "Oh, Sadiq's dead."
Yeah.
It's like, that kid's dead.
I haven't seen one of those since before the fall.
Yeah, somebody, and he cracks the back of it open and shows you the, like, jerry-rigged batteries. Somebody got this working. Lewis, these symbols, they look familiar to you?
Yeah, that's them. That's the people who found me.
Zach, does that match the style of walkie-talkie that Eunice had?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll let everyone know that.
I hit the button.
What'd you hear?
I hit the button to see who was on the other end of the walkie-talkie.
And who was it?
I have no idea, but somebody answered. I'd guess a woman's voice, maybe. I don't know. I didn't. But if we wanted to talk to them...
Sorry, is that like a telephone?
Yeah, like a telephone. Short range, though, so they had to be relatively...
Lewis nods. He's heard of telephones. Yeah.
I've heard of those.
You've seen so many of them discarded.
Can Stacey make a note, as she's looking at the walkie-talkie, can she make a notice roll to see if she notices that word Mara? at
For
the bottom?
sure, yeah. I don't think you need to roll for it.
No,
but
I think you noticed
I
that.
spotted it, so I should. Yeah, everyone would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stacy and Bud have been around this area for a while. Do we know Amara? Were they maybe from Uniontown or
Mara has the major hindrance, shamed, which means it's very likely people have heard of her and what she did.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so
Pip,
Yes.
why don't you tell us
What did
what
she
Mara
do?
did?
Oh, my God.
No, just get my text document. Prepare for a dramatic reading. In a nutshell, and I think it's important that Mara is the focus of this rather than who she ended up with.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. In a nutshell, Mara was, sort of orphaned into the new world like so many other people, like Hope, for example. Didn't really know her parents. Got picked up by a caravan community, which I like to imagine. There are a few of them. They're sort of relatively well known. Like big groups of people that travel on the move, like all the time, settlement to settlement. They're pretty well regarded, but also like, for anyone opportunistic, they're a potential target, right? Like these are people who travel around, they collect stuff, they trade. So they've often got a lot of interesting things with them.
They absolutely would have passed through one of the settlements.
Yeah. They maybe, come into the basin sometimes. And she was part of one of these caravans. And became a sort of a runner, sort of their version of runners. They're more like scouts that sort of go ahead and either barter or like check out what's going on. And she arrived at a settlement ahead of her caravan, and for reasons largely unknown, completely sold out her caravan to the leader of this settlement, the people who had raised her from a child and trained her and gave her everything. She sold them out to the leader of this settlement, and the settlement took the caravan and took the people, killed them, possibly enslaved them. Who knows? Like whatever bad story you sort of care to create of that. And then Mara she betrayed an entire community of people, and it was her fault, and they all died because of her, effectively.
The way in which you will have heard about it is through word of mouth from one or two of the survivors of that attack who wound up at Tom's Creek, Seven Basins, any of the other settlements. And the group that Mara sold them out for was the Reapers.
I was thinking about it, again, so how many Maras do you know?
There's only one Mara.
And she's writing her goddamn name on her goddamn walkie-talkie.
Stupid kid.
So you saying we can call
the people who just killed our town? Yeah.
Okay, well, we do that, and we tell them that they have to go away, and they can't go to Seven Basins because we warned them, and they've got all their fighters, and they know that they're coming, and they have to go. We can say that, right?
Sure, kid. We could say that.
Well, we have to do something.
Yeah, we gotta go. We can't help those people.
We've got to warn Seven Basins. I think I'm not smart, but I know that the dead move slow. And if it's taken all night for them Reapers to catch up with us, there's a chance we can overtake them if we just take a longer way round. We can get to Seven Basins before them, and we can warn them, and maybe we can get Matt. I might be wrong, but we can't just leave them.
Yeah, I'm quick. I'll go. I wasn't quick before, but I can go, and we can all run. We can all.
We're going together, Lewis. I'm not letting you go out there again on your own, kid. All right? We can do this together. We should have enough between us to make it a good, fair way at the very least.
And then what? We have someone here who is badly injured. I have nothing. We have an old man, another child.
All right then, God Squad, what do you suggest? That we just lay down and roll over and let them kill us?
I say we get out of here.
And go fucking where? If you hadn't noticed, dickhead, we're not them. We're better than them. Because we help our own. Tom's Creek was always open and always accepted anyone who came to the gates.
We'll be walking right into the lion's den. We will be walking into death itself, and frankly, I do not wish to do that.
It's just going to be another Tom's Creek, Stacy.
Well, we gotta do something. We gotta. Hang on.
Bud, you have friends in Basin. You know people there. How can you say that? How could you just leave them? I didn't realise that being old had addled your mind that much.
I ain't addled. I'm thinking clearly, right?
Are you?
Hope's lost her leg, okay? She needs to rest up. She needs time.
They can help if we get to another settlement. They'll have things. They'll have like doctors
And a horde of goddamn zombies knocking on the door.
Don't you wish somebody had come to Tom's Creek before?
Yeah, Lewis, I wish someone had come to Tom's Creek before, and you are welcome to make that run. And hell, you're young, you're quick. Maybe you make it. I ain't saying don't do it.
There is another option. And Reed will bring us up to his full height of like 5'4" or something. If you can't beat them, you join them.
Absolutely not. No.
They have all the cards.
Reed, you want to walk out that door right now? I guess you're welcome. But I have a feeling you'll be going on your own.
Reed, they take one look at you and they're gonna eat you alive, never mind the zombies. You think they're gonna take you? No offense, but...
What does that mean?
Well, they don't look like folks in need of religion. Well, maybe they are, but maybe not so accepting of it.
No, you're right. I appreciate my role in this world has diminished quite. But what they do want is information.
Yeah, I noticed that when they kept me for 2 weeks. They sure asked a lot of questions.
I know all the outposts where these runners are. I think that will buy me a space.
Reed.
And you think you'll be able to leave here and do that?
What other options have we got?
You need to just step back for just a second and just assess what you've just said. You're a man of God, right? What would he say? Just think
I don't
about
know.
it.
I don't know, Stacey, what he would say. I don't know at all. I know what you all think of me. Oh, poor Reed. Lost his flock. Poor man. Useless. We'll let him help out in the kitchen. We'll let him help out with the sewing here. He's harmless. You know what? Maybe it's time I actually did something active, and I will open the door.
I'm going to grab you by the shoulder.
I think we might need some cards, Zach.
Yep.
Sorry.
Who else is joining this
Don't
initiative?
apologize.
I'm like,
Hope is joining the initiative. Reed is in the initiative. Lewis is in the initiative. Who else?
Oh, I'm in.
Bud?
Yeah, we're all like, nope, absolutely
Stacey?
not.
Are you going to let him walk out?
Stacey's in the initiative.
Great. Reed, you get 2 cards.
of course I do, yeah.
get-
Fuck.
Not so hesitant right now, are you?
You get the Jack of Clubs
Okay, Jack of Clubs. Okay.
and the 6 of Spades.
Oh, that's not
That's
good at all.
Really bad. Okay, cool.
Okay.
We'll take it.
It's funny because I've got that thing that's basically the opposite of that, where if I
You
draw a
get 2 and
card
choose.
under 5 or lower,
Hell yeah.
I get to to draw again, but
You guys aren't getting any of my bennies. I'm telling you
Well,
right now.
Lewis, you draw a 5.
I would like another one, please.
You'd like another one. You draw a 3.
I would like another one, please.
Oh my
You
god.
draw a 6.
Unfortunately, I have to accept that one. Fine.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, you do go after with a 6 of clubs.
That is rough.
Boo. All right, I just need everyone else to get clubs. And lower than me.
Hope,
Yeah.
you get a jack of spades.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
not what I wanted.
That's what I wanted.
Bud, you get a 2 of diamonds.
Oh, boy. That's actually
Stacey.
pretty good for me.
Yeah.
You get an 8 of hearts.
Oh, I'll take it.
First up, Hope. What are you doing?
I think. Oh, Fiona.
Do it.
With Fiona's permission.
Fiona knows exactly what she's doing.
Oh, I did.
I know what we're doing here.
Don't you waggle your tongue at me, Fiona.
Go on,
Fiona.
Waggles their tongue. Even I'm scared.
kill the coward priest. Go on. It won't end badly.
Sure. All right, fine.
Fiona's fucking tired of playing Reed. It's time for a change.
No, not at all. But I want you guys to kill him.
What are you doing, Hope?
Hope's at her wit's edge. She takes out her dagger and she'll give him a chance. She's going to hold it to his throat.
Ooh.
I'm going to need you to think real carefully about what you're doing, Reed. Either you can live out here with us or die out here with us. It's up to you.
I'll let you roll an intimidation.
Man.
And a spirit roll to defend against it. Reed.
Watch me burn all my bennies now just to spite you all.
Do it.
Okay.
What did you get, Hope?
An 8.
An 8. What did you get, Reed?
I got a 6, but I'm going to burn a benny just to see if I can get higher. Good. Hang on,
That's a hit and a
that,
raise,
'cause I don't
Ollie.
want to be the just no. So I'm down to 3 currently.
Okay.
I'm going to roll again.
Okay, that's another Benny burn.
Yep, another benny burn.
Sure, honestly, fine.
I'm going to burn again. I'm down to
That is
1 now.
Another
Keep that
Benny
last one.
burn.
That's not going to do either.
Oh,
I
man.
got 7 total.
Yeah, sometimes it be like
That's not
that.
going to do it. Now, Reed, I will let you decide how your intimidation manifests. It can either manifest in supplication, or this can be your first target. Those are your choices. If you're intimidated and you want to get the upper hand, but I don't think you can't. Those are your choices. I don't want to limit your role play here because I like what you're doing.
Sure.
But I think that is the implication of the mechanics here.
Oh, is it, so sorry. What do you mean by target? Just so I've got this clear.
You can attack Hope.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Those are your choices.
yeah. I'll
That'll
attack Hope,
come
for
on
sure.
your turn.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll get to that turn, but yes, absolutely.
Yeah, see if you
Should've
make
just
it
killed
there.
Excellent. We've got that is your turn, Hope. Okay. Stacy. This is happening. This intimidation is happening. You don't know if it's worked or failed.
Let's see what this little fucker's gonna do.
Stacy hesitates. If anybody's looking closely enough, the jacket that she wears has just come down sort of like past her shoulders. There is a cross on her shoulder tattooed. It looks like the beginning of a name underneath. It's rough, it's rudimentary, but it's there.
Yeah.
She moves forward and is going to attempt to grapple and put him in a headlock. She is also going to use the two-fisted edge that she has and pull out the survival knife.
Jesus Christ.
So no multi-penalty multi-action penalties on this. Offhand penalty still applies unless ambidextrous, but I would like to think that putting someone in a headlock with one arm doesn't require hand use. So,
Well, we're going to need to roll the grapple.
Yeah, let's roll the grapple.
Just
All right.
figuring that out quickly. Sorry.
Okay, they've burned bennies.
Yeah, Fiona's burned so many bennies to
One
get
left.
here.
Yeah.
I'm going to use it.
So it's an opposed roll between both of you. Stacey, you're going to roll athletics. In fact, you're both rolling athletics.
Okay.
With brute instead of athletics, I roll strength.
Okay.
That explodes.
Fuck.
9.
9.
I'm going to use my final Benny because that was only just a 4. So I'm going to... That's it. One of them explodes. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, that's not going to do it. That's an 8.
An 8.
No bennies. No bennies. That's it.
That's no more bennies for Fiona.
Where's your god now?
Fiona, I'm going to give you another Benny for betraying the group.
Rude.
Oh. Tee-hee-hee-hee.
Oh, I see. So Fiona gets a Benny for betraying the group, but the rest of us don't for our excellent roleplay. I see what you're interested in, Zach. I see. I see.
Give all of you an extra Benny at the beginning of the next session as a make good, but not now. You are grappled and distracted as Stacey grabs you. Now that is an action that you've just done, so you can't attack right away.
Can I not?
I
Not
don't
with the
believe you
two.
Double fist, is that a thing?
Two-fisted.
So-
I can.
So if you...
No, you're right.
Yeah,
Double
so
fist?
you can make multiple actions on a turn, but it incurs penalties. What two-fisted is going to do is allow the multi-action penalty to not apply to
Gotcha.
the first action with another hand. It's
Got it. Yes, you can go for it. Roll this attack.
Do
Fighting.
it.
Do it.
What is your first of all? What's your parry?
Parry's only 2.
Let's see what Entangled does. I don't.
He's asking for it, look.
Do it. What could possibly go wrong?
God, we're unlocking something here.
I know.
Oh, I know now what you're doing, Fiona.
I'm not doing anything. I'm playing my weedy priest.
Who was on the other end of the walkie-talkie,
I
Fiona?
don't know what you're talking about.
Row.
Stacey, what did you roll on this
I'm
attack?
about to roll it. So it's strength plus D4.
Correct.
So plus D6. So
What is your parry, Reed?
It's a 2.
2.
Plus D4.
Oh, God.
Oh, that explodes. That's a 1. So 6, 7, 8.
That sounds really high.
You've hit.
15.
And you've hit and raised. You get an extra d6 of damage.
Yeah. What's Reed's toughness?
An extra 4. So
So
20.
Toughness is 6 for.
So you rolled a 20 on the damage roll. Is that right,
Ouch.
Stacey?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
So
Including
6.
that extra D6. Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Okay, Reed's
So
dead.
6 minus
Reed's dead.
6 or 20 minus 6 is 14, which is a hit and 2 raises. That's 2 wounds. You have that extra Benny. Do you want
I
to try and
do.
soak it?
I'm going to soak it. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get to my turn.
Well, you are getting to your turn with this, but
Yeah,
you will
but
have
I'm gonna take it. That's
Yeah.
fine. So that is a soak, which I'm just double checking.
You will also be
is-
shaken. Actually, I'd like to point this out. You can soak it. You'd still be shaken if you don't clear all of it.
Sure,
But you get to roll shaken on your turn.
You do.
Yes.
I do.
which
Okay.
happens
Tell you what. I'll keep that Benny back for a moment. So
Cool.
Yeah, I might do something.
So you
with that.
take the
yeah,
damage?
I'll take the shaken and the 2 wounds. So yeah.
Great. You are shaken. You have 2 wounds. What does this look like? How does this manifest?
As Hope threatens Reed with the knife, and that hard set determination is in Reed's eyes, it comes to Stacey that if he leaves, more people will die because he is willing to sell out everything he knows about Tom Creek to save his own sorry skin. And the faith that she maybe once had, all that was left, disappears.
Incredible.
She moves forward quite deftly one hand around the priest's throat and the other on her knife and just stabs him straight in the kidney. And she whispers, "You do unto others as they do unto you."
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ. On a 6 of spades, Reed, it's your turn. What do you do?
I don't know how possible this is now.
You've opened the door. You did say you did that.
I did open the door.
Yep, that was the inciting incident.
Sure, it was. Sure. All I'm going to do on my turn is just scream as loudly as I can.
Oh, son of a fucking bitch.
You absolute piece of shit.
And also say, hang on, let's see if I can get my Bible quotes up that I've had for the whole session.
You fucking did. Yell a Bible verse out of this fucking door.
Absolutely. Hang on, let me find it. Famous Bible quotes.
Oh, God.
Biblequotes.gov.
Bible.com.
Separation of church and state in this country.
Thank you.
During the times I suffered the most, why was there only one set of footsteps in the sand?
Oh, God.
For I know that the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And just carry on just saying, everything I can do through him who will give me strength.
Eli, rev up Kevin.
Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not on your own understanding.
I should have slit his throat instead of gone for a kidney. Fucking hell.
Okay.
I'm adding Eli into the initiative here,
Yeah, get him, Eli.
who is
Hell
on a
yes.
6 of diamonds and will go immediately after.
Fuck.
My boy.
As that scream happens, you hear the roar of the dead in the distance.
Jesus Christ.
As Eli revs up.
Is it surely not me? Because I'm on the same initiative as
No,
Reed.
because I've added Eli with a 6 of diamonds, which goes before clubs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Let an NPC do it.
Would you prefer? I will let you.
I would much prefer to let
That's
Lewis.
fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
it
let
is.
Lewis go. Yeah.
That's fair.
Let's say that biodiesel isn't working too well in Kevin.
Kevin is revving it up.
There's nothing
Lewis,
wrong with
you
that
get to go.
biodiesel. It's fine.
It blew up a whole town. I think you
He's spending his action revving up Kevin. It's Lewis's turn. What are you doing?
What was happening? Okay. Lewis is terrified because he is 16. He has just come back from being kidnapped and rigorously questioned by the Reapers. The adults in the room are all freaking out, including Stacy, who is the person he has decided to completely trust at this point because he is, and I can't stress this enough, terrified. There is a preacher shouting Bible verses who's just been stabbed in the kidneys. The door is open. You can hear the dead coming. And I think Lewis panics. He grabs Reed by the shoulders, almost like a grapple, and just, is it clumsy? Is it deliberate? He just shoves him further into that knife.
Excellent. Right. We're going to roll athletics here opposed between Reed and Lewis.
Remember your wound levels?
Yep,
Incur
so
minuses.
minus
-2.
2 for me. Yep.
Yeah.
Not that I want you to die, Reed. It's just,
Speak for yourself.
There's a fail.
What was that from you, Lewis?
That's a 6.
So that's a hit.
Stacy, roll me damage on that knife again.
Yeah, sure.
My toughness is 6.
9, 12.
Okay.
I like this knife a lot.
It is
I think,
good.
I think it's the arms rather than the knife. I think it's that big ass
slowly.
strength score.
Yeah.
Reed. Mm-hmm. I want you to describe for me what happens as you die and I want you to tell Lewis what he sees in your eyes as they go vacant.
He's still, like, spurting out Bible verses. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no... And then... And there is no words, because all there is gurgling and horribleness, like, as the tendons are cut, and just stares directly into you, Lewis. And if seeing you do this, a child that is so innocent in all of this, someone that has literally been hiding out, who has actually felt the consequences of being captured by these people, you get a sense of like a sort of flickering sort of peace, as I don't know whether Lewis would see this in this moment or register it in the panic state, but Reed forgives you. And the silence just stops.
You don't get it, man. I saw them. They're not going to stop. I'm sorry. They don't. You don't get it.
Stacey, get the key and we have to leave.
The dead are coming.
I did.
You're right.
I'm going to grab every firework I can see.
Yes. Excellent. You grab it.
He was going to go in.
Right. Yes. You did the right thing, Lewis. You did the right thing.
You did right, Lewis. I'm sorry, Lewis. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to pass Hope the walking stick that I've made. It has a handle that I've wrapped, and you see that that where it would like go up underneath the armpit, the wood is wrapped with like checkered fabric, like really tightly, and you realize as he's passing it to you that his jacket moves, and he's literally ripped an entire strip out of his, like a huge strip out of his shirt to do that, but just passes it to you and is like just grabbing up the fireworks.
Thank you.
Yeah, come on.
Yep. Stacey, can you help me with
like,
this?
Eli, turn that goddamn chainsaw off. The moment's passed.
It takes as long to turn off as it did to turn off.
Yeah.
Before we do, I would like very quickly to pat Reed down before I lay him down, just because the way he was talking makes me think that Eunice might not have been acting on his own, and there's potentially some sort of betrayal gone on, and if there's anything she can find on Reed that would maybe put them one step ahead. She's going into pockets.
You're just going to steal his shoes.
Steal his shit as well. Like, I think he had like a medical kit and stuff.
I'm going to do something worse. I'm going to take the dog collar off of his corpse.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve it.
And pocket. Yeah, that's, you don't get to go. You don't get to go with that.
Fiona, I'd like you to message me and tell me if you think Reed was already a betrayer.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting.
That's up to you.
Can I look at Stacey as well and be like, if we throw him over the side, it might stop the horde. They might stop to have a snack, you know?
That's good thinking, kid.
Okay, take him with us. But only as far as we can carry him. I can't...
Oh, no, throw him over the side. We'll be fine.
We don't need to take him far. He's already leaking. They'll smell the blood.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. And with that, she's sort of like, I would like to hammer toss Reed's body outside, back in the directions of Tom's Creek.
Yeah, go out one door and we'll go out the other one.
Yeah.
And like, she wants to grab those ankles and then just spin him round and then just as far as it'll go, because I get a plus to throws, which helps, I guess.
Body throws.
Cool.
And I just think that this priest deserves nothing less than a terrible, terrible time.
I think I'm holding the door open for you, Stacey.
Fab, thank you.
As you hammer toss this corpse.
Toss the corpse out. Phenomenal. Do you want a strength roll for that? Or
No,
I'm
I'm absolutely happy for you to just do that.
Phenomenal.
Cool.
So I'm just waiting on Fiona's message and then we'll see. Oh, there we go. Hang on.
As Reed's corpse goes flying out the door, and I'm holding it open, I'll grab I don't know, how many fireworks do I get, Zach?
Roll me D6.
All right. That's 5.
5 fireworks.
Sick.
All right.
I will light 2 of them and just toss them after the corpse. Just like throw them after. I don't care where they go off.
Right.
Like, just throw them after the corpse.
You pat down Reed's body. You find in his supplies a med kit.
Taking
And
that.
you find in his weaponry. But you see no evidence that this man was anything more than exactly what you perceived. A sad little man who lived a sad little life and died an even sadder death. The dead are coming, and you need to run.
It's time to go. Let's go. Grab what you got. Let's get out of here.
Let's move.
Eli, come on.
We'll find out if they make it next time. And what am I rolling? Thank you so much for being here.
Does this have to only be 4
are
episodes? Can this be more episodes, please?
I would like this to be
Can
more
we keep
episodes.
playing? I know everyone says this every time they play a game ever, but I'm serious this time.
I want to play 28 different runners, please.
I want to meet all of Liz's runner characters.
Yeah.
Who's going to run up next?
I love how we joked about like PvP last time, and then this time we just carried through with it.
I love that there was just a switch flicked in Fiona where she was like, no, I've had enough of this.
Well, no, it was more like, because like we either go or not, and I was like, there is clearly a third option that nobody wants to talk about, and I will absolutely talk about it. So
Amazing. Like, incredible work. I can't believe I
very good
wasted my
stuff.
fucking Joker saving your life.
I know.
By the way,
But it's
I'm not refreshing your bennies fully next time.
You said you would. You said you'd give us an
No.
extra one.
No.
I'll give you each a Benny because I think you did excellent roleplay, all of you, this session. But
Okay.
I'm not refreshing them back up to 3.
All right.
Back up with 3 additional, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Just because that doesn't feel like an end point of a
You're right.
session.
You're right. You're right. He's right.
Okay,
You right.
Right.
you right.
You're right.
Right. Starting with Fiona, whose fabulous podcast this is.
Oh,
Can you tell us a bit about all the things that can be found?
sure. Well, when I'm not betraying left, right, and centre, because I am a bumbling white man, you can find me on What Am I Rolling, which is this podcast. It's a twice-monthly tabletop RPG one-shot podcast where we do lots of different games like this, and also we have folks like these wonderful people here come on and they play city games with me and also run games for me, which is amazing. I also do interviews with game designers as well, finding out like why these cool like mechanics really help us to tell different stories than the sort of the usual ones, and just really spread out our wings as storytellers because stories are fun. I also run the DM's Book Club, which is a weekly D&D book club podcast where we talk about some Dungeons & Dragons and discuss how we can improve it and put it into any game we want, because like I said, stories are the more important thing than the system that you use. You can find those wherever you listen to podcasts. That's What Am I Rolling, and the DM's Book Club wherever you listen to podcasts. And you guys have no idea.
Jeez.
Now I've got a real job of incorporating your backup character now. It's going to be interesting to see how that
How is that going to
manifests.
work? Wild.
no, it's
Big
perfect.
storm
Like,
coming.
we we'll talk after.
We'll see. Pip, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm Pip Gladwin, and when I'm not watching a 16-year-old boy stab a priest, I can be found over at...
Only by proxy.
Poetic.
Sure. I can be found over at the Realms of Peril and Glory podcast, where Liz and Zach and myself hail from the hallowed shores. I'm going to let Zach do the spiel about that podcast that I'm a part of, but you can find me doing lots of different voices and playing lots of characters and having a good time. And hey, I get to run a game every now and then, which is also a good time. You can find me at Pip_Gladwin on Twitter. And you can also find me in and around the world of audio drama and general voice acting. Hire me, please. I need a job.
Liv, why don't you go next for us?
Sure. Hiya. Liv Kennedy. Thank you so much for having me, everyone. I'm very excited to continue on and suffer some more. If you would like to see what I'm up to, you can follow me at Does Dark Magic. Like I'm a little witch doing dark magic on social media platforms. Also, you can check out the podcast I'm a part of. We all look at all these podcasts. They're all so good and fun. I'm a part of Three Black Halflings, which is a podcast about being a person of color in the TTRPG space. And also we do pop culture stuff. And also the three of us, myself, Liv Kennedy, Jasper William Cartwright, and Jeremy Cobb, are part of a bunch of different things as well. Dimension 20, Jasper was on that.
Never heard
Wild,
of it.
Huh?
What is it?
Oh, wow, that's so embarrassing. I'll let him know. But and Jeremy is a fantastic GM and is always doing some fantastic stuff. We're going to be doing a new actual play soon, so keep an eye out for that. And also, we might be doing some collaborations with various other UK TTRPG folks, and it's very exciting. That's us at number 3, Black Halflings.
Incredible. Thank you, Liv.
And also, Jess is our fabulous producer. Hi, Jess. Thank you so much, Jess. Hi.
Speaking of Jess, why don't you go next?
Here the whole time. When I'm not busy doing amateur amputations or being the best mum in the world, you can find me online at Dr. Bees on Twitter, at Julahoop on Instagram, because why keep things simple? You can also go follow 3 Black Halflings on all of the incredible platforms that we have. Yeah, they're just really great. I'm a big fan of all 3 of them. And Liv Kennedy, who failed herself, to say that she is in Storybreakers over on the Dicebreaker channel, which is a great little actual play, which I highly recommend everybody go watch. Jeremy, who has run the games of Outlaws and Obelisks and City of the Black Rose. If you haven't listened to those, it's got some great voice talent and great GMing in it. Definitely recommend. And of course, I guess Jasper, D20, whatever. But you can also go find a project that I'm part of called Questing Time, where comedians play D&D. By the time this is out, we should have a podcast episode of Questing Time available, which will be super dumb from what Paul has told me. So go check that out. It's a very good time. Thanks.
Amazing. Liz, why don't you go next?
Hi, I've been Liz Campbell. You can find me online at Liz X Campbell, or you can find me on the podcast Realms of Peril and Glory. If you really like harrowing misery in your gameplay, may I suggest the campaign Nibiru Cold Breach, which will be coming out. Zach's making a face. Will be coming out at some point, but podcasts live forever. So at some point, you'll listen to this and it'll be out.
Well, they can just also listen to the first couple episodes of the first.
You could listen to the first
campaign.
episode. I'm not in that one, so why would you bother?
So it's immediately a bad show.
Listen to the first ones that I'm not in to brace yourself for the extra expanded harrowing misery of Nibiru Cold Breach that I will be in, as is Zach.
Coming 10 episodes of harrowing misery coming probably early 2025.
When it's cold, because it's got to be atmospheric.
We really committed to putting that out when it was cold, and God, is that fuck the schedule.
Nibiru is a game that is built from the ground up to make you sad. Like it's just such a wonderful sad
and we
engine.
do that.
In so many different ways. Like every character is hard built, like hard coded with a particular variety of upset,
Sad.
and it's just wonderful.
I have been your game master, Zach, and you can find me all over the internet at ZachFG. That's ZACKFG. As has been prefaced, I'm part of the podcast Realms of Peril and Glory. I help run the podcast, produce the podcast, and I run a lot of games on it. May I suggest, if you like my voice and you like Pip's voice and you like Liz's voice, but you are like, I don't really need this much harrowing stuff, well, listen to our Veil campaign. It's high fantasy. It uses the 13th Age system. It's really great fun. It's our first campaign that we ever ran on the show, and it's lots of good fun times. If you like the sound of my voice and Pip's voice, but not Liz's voice,
You hate Liz. It's actively dislike Liz
stuff. Go listen to Cyborg, which Pip runs, and is just a harrowing good time with other players that if you've heard our appearances here on WAIR, James Barbarossa's in it, Maddie Searle, who's been around, and Shamini Bendel, who's an incredible actual play performer. Go check that out. Cyberpunk, harrowing, awful, wonderful, awful. You can find all of that and more at realmspod.com or just searching Realms of Peril and Glory wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you so much for listening today. I'm excited to bring our players back for more harrowing times.
Say harrowing.
Next time. Harrowing.
Yeah, three harrowings.
See you then.
Harrowing. Bye.
Wow.
The What Am I Rolling podcast was created, recorded, and edited by me, Fiona Howat. This episode's players were Liv, Liz, Jess, Pip, and me, Fiona. Our special guest GM was Zach from Realms of Peril and Glory. This episode's RPG was Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, written and designed by Shane Lacey Hensley with Clint Black and published by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. You can find out more information about Savage Worlds and grab your own copy on Pinnacle Entertainment Group's website. That's peginc.com. The theme music was 8-Bit March by Twin Musicon of twinmusicon.org, licensed under a Creative Commons 4.0 license. If you want to find out more about the podcast, check out the website. That's www.wairpodcast.com. Fancy getting in touch? Email the podcast at whatamirollingpodcast@gmail.com. Finally, follow the podcast on social media. All the links are in the episode show notes, including a link to our Discord. And remember, adventurers need not apply.